No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So now, LeBron James is being pulled into the chaos surrounding Diddy. Honestly, it was only a matter of time before LeBron's past connection with Diddy resurfaced. Like he once said himself, "Ain't no party like a Diddy party." But word on the street is, LeBron wasn't just hanging out. He might have actually been intimidated by Diddy. And who's pulling back the curtain on all this industry drama? None other than Katt "I Don't Hold Back" Williams. From wild parties to shady behind-the-scenes dealings, Katt says he's seen it all. Now, there's serious buzz about some explosive footage allegedly making the rounds. Tapes that could expose some of Hollywood's biggest names caught up in Diddy's darker side.
You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
Yes.
the shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood.
And here's where things take a darker turn. Word is, Diddy wasn't just throwing wild parties. He was allegedly recording everything that went down. Every moment, every move, all captured and stashed away. Why? Supposedly to keep leverage on his high-profile guests. If anyone ever stepped out of line or got too bold, boom, he had the receipts. Classic blackmail tactics. And this isn't just speculation. Industry insiders have been speaking up for years. Jaguar Wright's been sounding the alarm, and Gene Deal backed it up too, saying Diddy liked to keep dirt on people. It's how he kept control, how he kept everyone in check.
I sat right here and told y'all there was activity on the darknet. Videos were being distributed and were going to be sold for profit because the diddler needs the money. Did I not say that? Right here.
Those people who was caught at Diddy party did not know that he had 250 tape recorders in that house. That's a big house. But he had 250 tape recorders in that house that they took, that the feds found.
But it looks like Diddy's plan may have backfired. When the feds raided his homes in LA and Miami last year, they reportedly seized those tapes. Yeah, those tapes. Whatever he was holding onto for leverage, now it's in the hands of federal investigators.
They also seized evidence of the freak-offs. Electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims.
Looks like LeBron didn't exactly say no to Diddy. And according to some newly leaked info, he might have been doing things no married man should have been caught up in. Yep, word is, LeBron was living it up at those parties, allegedly spending time with a few mistresses and having himself a real good time. And this whole mistress theory? It's nothing new. Just a few months ago, Drake's DMs were leaked. And in those messages, he was allegedly boasting about how he used to help LeBron link up with women, making sure everything stayed under the radar so his wife would never find out.
Sure convinced the gang that it was rooted in love when it isn't. Show me how different we are. There's black. Yo, LeBron, the secret you've been had is the worst secret everybody in the industry don't know. That's why we all been looking at Drake to be like, Drake, you might lose a ring, nigga. Stop playing. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing. Don't you see Drake is in crash out mode?
All those years of alleged blackmail, that fuel is just sitting there, ready to ignite. But it doesn't stop there. Remember that viral photo of LeBron in a French maid outfit? Now personally, it looks photoshopped to me, but the internet swears it's real, and many believe it came from one of Diddy's infamous costume parties. If any of this is true, it's no surprise LeBron might have been afraid of Diddy. At this point, it's not just fear. Some folks think he's been under Diddy's thumb for years. And suddenly, all those awkward silences and carefully worded no comments, they hit a little different now, don't they? But let's zoom out. This isn't just random gossip, it follows a pattern. Just look at the company Diddy's always kept. Kanye said it himself. They control LeBron. They control Jay-Z. Because when you've got dirt on everyone, you control the whole game.
They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce. But they can't control me.
Whenever Kanye starts talking wild, people are quick to call him crazy. But let's be honest, he might be unpredictable, but he's not always wrong. Every name he's mentioned seems to have some shady connection to Diddy. Meek Mill already put Jay-Z on blast. Jay's been way too quiet. And now LeBron, his name's right in the middle of it. And here's the thing, fans are paying attention. They've been digging through old clips, and what they're finding only adds fuel to the fire.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
That's it.
So now that Diddy's being exposed for throwing parties that look more like Satan's playground than celebrity hangouts, that old quote hits very differently, doesn't it? You've got to wonder, what really happened at those parties that made LeBron so loyal? Or maybe so scared? And as for Katt Williams, let's not act like he's just jumping on the bandwagon. He's been calling out the industry's dark side for years. He's talked about everything, from selling souls and bizarre rituals to shady behind-closed-doors deals that never see the light of day. And yes, he's called out Diddy.
Same job.
Katt Williams didn't just walk away from Hollywood deals. He walked away from $50 million. Not once, not twice, but 4 times. And he wasn't quiet about it either. He said it plain and clear. He turned it down to keep his manhood intact. Let that sit for a second. Do you know how insane the situation must have been behind closed doors for a man to look at that kind of money and say, "No thanks, I'm not selling my soul"? That's not just saying no to a bag. That's saying no to the entire system. According to Katt, Diddy himself tried to pull him into that world. All the glitz, the glamour, and the games. But Katt wasn't having it. He looked that world in the eye and said, hell no. Now compare that to LeBron James, one of the most famous, most powerful athletes on the planet. You'd think he'd have nothing to hide, right? But when it comes to this Diddy mess, he's been silent. Not a tweet, not a statement, nothing. And people remember. They remember the photos, the appearances, the parties. LeBron was there, smiling, laughing, looking comfortable. Allegedly, he even dressed up for some of those themed parties. You know, the ones Katt said were more about rituals than red carpets. And now, when the feds swoop in on Diddy's homes in LA and Miami, suddenly LeBron's nowhere to be found. It's not looking good. Let's be real. No one's saying LeBron committed a crime. There's no official accusation yet. But if you were at those parties, if those parties were being recorded, and if someone like Diddy was collecting footage for leverage, then your silence isn't just suspicious, it's strategic. And the internet, they're on it like bloodhounds. They've been digging, screenshotting, compiling clips, and calling out every name in the background. One user laid it out. If those tapes are real, LeBron better pray they don't surface in court. Another user came in with the shade. LeBron the GOAT? Please. More like the MVP of Diddy's VIP list. And then someone just dropped the hammer. Liam's cheeks got clapped. Now, whether that's just internet trolling or something deeper, it shows how wild the speculation has gotten. But the real question is this. Is LeBron just a victim of guilt by association? Was he simply in the wrong place at the wrong time? Or did he know what kind of scene he was stepping into? Was it just parties and vibes? Or something much darker, something you don't walk away from without paying a price? And if there are tapes, real, incriminating tapes, what happens if they're made public? Does that change how we see him? Does that shake the legacy of one of basketball's biggest icons? The truth is, and we don't know yet. But the silence, it's loud. And the streets, they're watching. So now, it's your turn. What do you think really went down? Was LeBron just caught up in Diddy's orbit? Or is there more to the story than anyone's admitting? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. All of it. And while you're here, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications, because this story is just heating up and we've got the real updates, raw and unfiltered. Straight from the culture, straight to your screen.